Steve Simon was doing that thing like you saw
The
the
two
The
go.
WPA, yeah, he was running
Very
the West-
second
West-
delay.
West-
Two
West
goals.
side, yeah.
So George, he would come over there and show me what I need to do, what I need to do, where I need to start and stop starting, went past the gate. And I started putting my arm back in front of me. So the second match, the final, the semifinals and finals, I came up with a guy that put me in the loser's bracket. Okay. All he had to do was beat me one time. And I've been out of it. But he thought he was gonna beat me. He with the big head, had his head all sold up. He thought he was gonna beat me again. But I reversed it on him. The minute he said ready, 1, 2, he said go, I hit my jack back on like that. I felt him give up then. When I jacked back on him, I felt him when he kind of relaxed his whole head. He said, you know he was there.
I don't fuck
Bam,
with
I put him in the pad. Beat him. From that tournament, Steve Simon down there, Six Flags, to Houston, where I won the Worlds in Houston at the Ice World. For 10 years, I was beating everybody in my weight class for 10 years. To Lone Common John. You know, I beat him for a few years. And every year we go out to Vegas and Tony Celeste, Bob Howell, and every year I get this sucker right here. And I feel like he got a little more horsepower. Last year he had a little more horsepower. He kept gaining that horsepower. I can feel him coming on. I told his daddy, that little joker started beating me at the while, but I can't keep up with him. Because see, they be doing some shit, crazy shit, you know. And finally one year we went out there to I think it was with that tool company. You got all them tools, what name?
Oh, Tools. That was
What was it?
Makita Tools. That was at that was Las Vegas. So that was Tony Celeste that used to do that stuff.
Yeah, Tony Celeste.
Yeah.
They put that tournament on. That's the match I lost to him when he come back. He started coming back. He won about 3 of them tools tournaments.
Tools.
Then he come on behind that. He come behind that, won that damn Harley Davidson.
Right.
What you do with all of that? I mean,
I sold it. It was a little Sportster. It wasn't for me, but
You cheated me.
Man, I tell you.
That was a couple of years.
Man, them was days, man. Them was the days. But all that stuff out there, the Imperial Pass, all that stuff, gone. It's gone. I ain't been out there since. I haven't been out since they tore that thing down. Ain't been out there. So I ain't been to Vegas since, shit. The last two men went to Tony Celeste. The Tony Celeste, he ain't passed that.
I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard any news about Tony, whether he passed.
You used to call me up. It's Johnny. You're coming
Tony.
to
You
the
remember our gambling?
Tony's at peace. Tony's at
You
peace.
You remember one of the tournaments we did all that gambling on the roulette wheel?
Yeah.
I was killing it.
Boy, he can't look at him, man.
I thought your thing was a crap play.
I was
He
killing
had
it.
already won first place. You
Oh
know?
yeah, I won $1,700 in the tournament, but I was like playing $100. I couldn't
So
miss. I was.
he came right down the step, man. He came down the step from the room, and the damn roulette wheel was sitting there, right there next to the step. John said, let me try to figure the rims on this table, and then we all go over to Caesar, you know, the buffet. So we went down. John got there. What he did, he studied that man that throwing that damn ball around there.
I just
And
loved it.
then he studied that man. That man he'll do 3 rounds on black. Then he come back and do 3 rounds and come on the red. So he watched him for a few minutes. But I didn't know nothing about it. When I go out there, I don't do no damn gambling. I don't go out there to gamble. I come out to win me some money, get hell on back home.
Right.
But he come out there and after he won the tournament, won the championship. I think he won about $1,500, $1,600.
Yep.
And
I remember a bunch of the arm wrestlers came over, and I don't even remember the red black thing was
Right,
a thing,
right.
but I was keying on for some reason that wheel kept hitting 6, so
Yeah.
I put a lot of money, and I won a ton of money on 6, and other people would come. We had 6 like. It was like this high with chips because everybody was betting on this 6, and it hit, and it was like we all just we all celebrated, like, yeah! And the pit boss came over and said, "You guys got to keep it down. You can't be celebrating like that." It was good times.
There was something about that, man.
Tony Celeste.
You know, we went out there one year, but the year, we was out there early. Them was old days there, when old Red Fox was out there a lot. Cleve, me and Cleve, Whitfield, all of us out there in Vegas. Susie Cleve's wife wanted to go over there and holler at Red Fox. I said, hey, don't go there fucking with Red Fox. You'll cuss your ass out.
Don't be sitting in the front row.
I told her, praise like speak, don't go over there, sit on that damn crazy ass man. But he will cuss you out now. So she go there anyway. Hey, Mr. Fox, my husband, arm wrestling. If I give a fuck about your husband, arm wrestling, all that, but here she come back over there crying. I told you not to go over there San Antonio. He ain't got no damn sense. He cuss you out in a minute about nothing, you know.
Him and Buddy Hackett, yeah, they had no filter.
Yeah. But those are days, though, man. I was going out there so regular. I had about, I don't know how many flying miles I had with the other.
Okay. Because he did two a year, right? Did
Yeah.
some with the baseball players, and then
Yeah.
the 210 class was always
AWI.
They
football players.
stopped doing with the baseball
The
players
heavyweights, yeah.
because
They start getting messed up, and
Yeah.
their arms are getting hurt.
Getting hurt, you know. Yeah.
Like the last one of those shows, Bongard won.
Oh.
The AWIs.
Yeah, he started
Remember
even
that?
messing with lighter classes. I think
Yeah.
he had like a 185 class in one year or two, but it was typically 210. 210 was the class.
What's
210 was the class for
Yep.
Tony's, right?
Yep.
Kept the heavyweights.
And
out of the way.
Steve Simon screwed me up with Miller Brewing Company. So they sponsored me for 5 years.
Steve kept the money.
Steve Simon went to a tournament. We went to a tournament down in New Orleans. New Orleans, the World's Fair in New Orleans.
I remember
Okay,
that.
I remember
And
that. Yeah.
Miller Brewing Company sent me down there. And they sent a college edge down there with me. Because, you know, the Miller Brewing Company all into them guys right there, airplane, right in the sky.
That was like 1980.
Yeah, Rick
That-
Mears,
yeah.
the Light All-Star with Bruce William and all them, the pool shop players and all that guy, all them people. The fishermen, where they had a bunch of
That's the show where, in New Orleans, where
Cleveland Bobby?
Cleve, Bobby Hopkins shot the shot, and they follow Cleve out. They follow Cleve out because of the second one you had the second slip you had to stay in the hook.
Right. He still couldn't do it.
First slip you started in the hook and you could roll. Second slip you had to stay in the hook. And on go, Bobby Hopkins went, Cleve, your top rope is fall. You lost.
Man,
I remember that show because there was a little guy. I was like a kid, I was like 16 or something, and the kid, I think his name was Glenn, from Alabama. Glenn, he's 200 pounds now or something. But he was, Glenn Brooks.
Yeah.
And I remember Cleve Dean grabbed you. I remember punching the table. Wow, Dave, wow, that did me wrong. and I was like jealous because Cleve snatched Glenn up to the table for the TV people and was showing them, this is what they did to me. and I wanted to be Glenn. I wanted to arm wrestle Cleve Dean. Of course, I'm a 17-year-old kid and I don't have any business arm wrestling Cleve Dean, but I just remember those visions.
Even Levon is small compared to the bone structure that Cleve had.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you ever were able to meet him or grip
I just
up with
saw
him,
him. I never met Cleve.
No, he's
No.
Cleve
was-
was
I
wish I could have found my pictures because
Yeah.
I had one me standing next to Cleve because he always sat down when he was in the 600-pound range,
Right.
and I was standing next to him, and I mean his forearm makes my thigh look tiny. And another one of you and I in '81 in Elgin, Illinois, at the World Wrestling Championships when I first met you.
AWI.
With you and Dave, Clay Rosenkrantz was there. That was a great tournament. And you and Burt Whitfield. That was when Dave and Burt had that 11-minute match. I got to watch that one because I was in their class.
do you remember that year at Petaluma when we all had the Miller shirts on? I had my Miller shirt on when we tracked.
I remember, yeah.
And they kind of like, you couldn't wear our shirt because of Budweiser.
Oh,
See,
sponsored.
Budweiser had it on Wild World Sports. Budweiser got all the sports, you know, they had all the sports. So I couldn't wear the shirt, but we protested. And they kind of pissed me off. I didn't go back. 1 year I didn't go back, you know. So the next year, oh man, they called me, we need you to come back. What's up? You know, I want to know what Johnny Walker come. Johnny Walker come back, but everybody want to see me again. So I got back out there. Bob Howell, what his name, Virgil.
Sarah.
Zero, yeah.
I had to pull Virgil 1 year. And I don't know if he let me beat him up. I don't know if I beat him by knowing what I know how to put him or what. Anyway, he didn't feel like he was giving me no fight. But when I turned Virgil hand loose, went over there and sat down, I said, damn, this taste in my mouth. What the hell? I said, Virgil.
DMSO.
What you have no damn in, man?
DMSO garlic. Tastes like garlic.
Yep. So your body
DMSO.
absorbed that instantly.
DMSO, yeah. Oh, God, we were fools.
He was right back over there and stuck his arm down that damn tub of ice.
Oh, geez.
In that ice trying to cool it down. But I never forget that, man. As soon as I left, went over there and sat down, man. That shit went in my blood just like
It's fast, yeah. Really fast.
I was looking at your arms, you've got the same kind of build
we
that
put some
Virgil
big
has.
something bad on
Big,
top.
I met
long,
Virgil's
upper arms.
I pulled
So
the
hard.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that till you just mentioned that. Yeah, he did. They were.
I met him on the beach. Yeah, at Muscle Beach in LA, Virgil. Yeah.
Did you get a chance to just pull around?
I did. I saw we had a table set up and I see this guy walking, bent arm, he's coming. I'm like, who the fuck is this?
Virtual.
Yeah.
He was his old character.
He wasn't real explosive, but if once he's decided to turn the hydraulics on, there's a lot of power.
the other thing hit me with Bob Howell put on to me one year. When you come out there. Lake Tahoe.
Yeah.
I never been late. Ain't nothing been Lake Tahoe. It's dead as hell up there.
It's that beautiful lake, though,
Yeah,
Tony.
it's
Trees
I
like nature.
got up there late that night on the flight. I got there late. And the cab driver took me up through there. And like he's up on the hill, like, went up there and he said, hey man, you wanna go to the Mustang ranch? I mean, I'm gonna ride no damn horse this time of night.
That's way better than horses.
I'm trying to figure out anything I'm gonna ride a horse for. I know what the hell the Mustang ranch was with that damn horse out. I said, man, I don't want to go no damn ride no horses tonight. You see, not the houses I'm talking about, I know, man. Take me to my hotel, man, let me go to bed. Take me to Mustang, man. Well, one year I went to Canada, man. I went to, Quebec, Canada. That was Steve Simon.
Was the Quebec one the one that they didn't pay the money, the $1,000? I know there was that was Timmins, I think, or Kimmins.
Ontario.
Yeah.
It was Quebec, Canada, because I.
Oh, cool. We got
Yeah.
Ken Taylor would do the. You didn't go all the way up to
He didn't go to Amos.
Never.
I went to see Steve Simon, put the treatment on, thinking.
Okay.
But Millie Bruin come and sent me over there. I got a chance to go there. But I got up there, the thing was at Cameron Heights High School in Quebec, Canada. That's the first time I've ever been to Canada in my life. It was like a lot more places I've been. Anyway, clean city, that's it, clean, no paper, no nothing on the ground, nothing, clean. I get out, come out the airport and walk out to the street, to look for a cab to take me to Cameron High School. Dude pulled up there, which I thought was a damn rule or something, And so I said, okay, I said, I need to go to Cameron High School. He said, okay. So, I take you. So I got in the back, front seat with him. You sit up in the front. I said, I won't sit in the back. You sit up in the front. I said, okay. Sit in the front with him. We were riding around there. And then it's like, he got me mixed up with somebody. I'm saying, I'm trying to be cool, man. I don't want to knock this motherfucker out. I'm going to knock his ass out, man. So I kept reaching on feeling my damn leg, man. I said, oh, yeah, I done got
That's how all Canadians are. Right here, man.
Especially in Quebec.
Move over, guys. Strange bunch.
No doubt.
I told my name, man.
No doubt.
They're on the wild for the long time. They usually do.
I look at me, I
I'm nervous.
I said, man, look, I'm trying to get to the tournament up here. I come up and there's no bullshit out there. There's going to be some trouble here in a few minutes. He said, I'm going to get you that, but you better get me to the school. And we weren't nowhere from the school. People didn't grab on my leg. Man, you finna get something to help up in here. You better take me to the school and let me get out of it. So he went in and showed me where the school was, and I right there at the school. I told the guy about it, they all laughed at me about that. I told him about what happened, Man.
You take me to that school. I can all wrestle.
I gotta ask you, any injuries? Shoulder? What made you quit? Just felt like you just couldn't.
Well, I
It was
really.
too easy.
Please tell me that you had some shoulder injuries that you quit.
When the way I was working, doing all them part-time jobs, I had just about retired from Kellogg. Anyway, I just didn't have time to exercise like I needed to.
Okay.
And,
You almost made it to 60. What, you were 55, 56 when you, was your last
55,
match?
yeah.
55, okay. Yeah, no, you
Right.
How old was he when he kicked my ass in San Francisco?
I retired from Kellogg's at age 55. I think.
He managed to get a win back over me and then he quit.
right. Yeah.
You did. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Hey, I beat you, I don't know, 6, 7 times in a row, and then all of a sudden you beat me and then you
But
disappeared.
you remember Steve Woodall?
Yeah,
You remember Steve Woodall?
Yeah.
Whittick.
Out of Cobra, no,
Steve Whittick.
Yeah.
No, I know Woodall too.
Steve Woodall.
Yeah.
Steve Woodall, he's beat me all the time too when I first started. And now the Cobra from Armwrestling. But I was just like you when you came up on me.
Right.
I came up on Steve Woodall. Woodall would beat me all the time. He want to put that fight in me, you know. And but Steve Woodall was hitting that ball, you know. I said, well, he don't know what
He
he's
ain't gonna
doing.
last very long.
You gonna let him? I don't do that. I don't do no drinking. I don't take no pills, no nothing. I said, you better leave that liquor alone. But he kept getting that liquor. One day I got a hold of him and put the whooping on him. He started whipping with it. Started spitting up blood. So it is. He had, I don't know what happened to him after that, but when he started spitting up blood, I said, I don't want to fool you no more. I don't want to call these dying croaking out on me, you know. But that's all it was. That liquor, he was straining. And he started spitting up blood right at the table. Started spitting up blood.
You still in the Corvettes? You still cruising around in
No.
Corvette?
No, I sold that Corvette, man.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, that was I hate to bring up a bad memory, but I remember a tournament where your girl or wife at the time left her purse in there. Remember this match?
Yeah,
Your
yeah,
floor.
yeah.
to bring
Yeah.
Down
Yeah.
in Fort Orlando.
yeah, that was good for you.
Yeah, I remember
So
that.
disgusting.
Yeah, she
I was
left.
just starting
She
to get
left.
into the sport,
Yeah.
and somebody busted
Busted
his
his
window,
window to get
and all of a sudden they call him in. He comes in from beating the
angry
cops.
as hell.
Look, pissed off the motherfucker. And we get up there, and I'm like, oh shit, boom, and he just walks off. I mean, Johnny was
Man.
not one for words.
And,
That's for
I
sure.
always-
That day he had none.
I had
He
to
was
drive
just
all the
mad.
way back to Atlanta. Got caught in the rain too, man. The only thing about it, being that vet, like the way the top made on, the water run right over the top of it. It wouldn't come in the car. But I had to drive all the way back home from what was that? What was that?
I don't remember.
It was
Where we were
Florida.
What part of Florida?
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
You're Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a long little, good little way. But she put her purse back up under the curtain, back up under
I think
the
so.
Somebody seen it back in there and broke out that damn driver's side. Glad, man. So it is.
Yeah, I remember that one well. I told that story quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I bought 3 cars. I bought that 85, 95, whatever it was. Had an 88, then I had a 92. I had 3 of them. I at least one. The first one I bought, at least I took the lease car back and got a brand new 88. Got rid of the 88 and got a 92. Yeah. But I got another thing at home now that I'm working on.
So what are you doing in retirement? Are you working at all anymore? or
Right,
you-
I'm doing home improvement stuff. You know,
Oh, okay.
I got two office buildings I clean on a Tuesdays and Fridays.
Okay.
So and I had them jobs when I worked at Kellogg. I still got them now.
Okay.
You know, those people don't want me to leave, they want me to quit.
Okay.
You know, so I'm getting about $1,500 a month out of that.
All right.
Besides my pension and my retirement
Good way to stay healthy.
and my
Keep in the
SSI.
workforce.
I'm getting 3 checks.
Hell yeah.
3 checks. Yeah.
We get you back in arm wrestling. Get
He
you 4
gonna get
checks.
it before. He gonna get it before.
I'm sure we can find some
Take you
matches
a
for
couple
you.
months of Devon's revenue for sure. Before it's over, the people gonna know
What's that?
a real one.
Now, Devon asked me this morning, yesterday, if what would be a memorable super match for me, like time, place, and I said, Johnny. Give me Johnny. Where has he been?
Yeah, right. He's been ducking me. It's the greatest match I ever lost was to.
But Cobra tried to put a little sneaky peek on me. You know, he walk around all the day, walk around down by Pier 19, all down. Johnny, you gotta take it easy on me now. You gotta take it easy. I said, man, I ain't gonna fall for that heat stuff, man. You talking about? I ain't cutting you no slack, man. I know you shotgun slave. That's just gonna put a little sneak peek on me.
Yeah.
He had me in trouble now.
Yeah, no, he got out on your hand that day,
He
if I
had me
remember correctly.
both times.
In the straps.
Both
That's what
times.
pissed him off.
Both times I tried to catch him, you know. He slipped out first time. sometimes he would have got, now I said, I'm gonna catch this sucker this
You
time.
mean you weren't holding on, Cobra?
I closed
You
my
didn't
eyes.
clamp down on him.
Boy, look at him.
Johnny Walker speaking.
He wasn't gonna give up. He was there yanking. But he wasn't. He didn't weigh that. He didn't weigh what he weighed now.
Same
A
way.
little
He
heavier.
was a little bit light. He was a little
I'm
light.
168 right
No,
now.
you wasn't that. You was a little lighter than that. You wasn't heavy as you are now. But I know I can tell you.
I don't want to get much skinnier.
But he wouldn't give it up. That's always snatching, man. He was snatching. I said, I gotta get this stuff off me. And I turned around. I scopped around sideways like on that table, and then let him have my hand. He had, cause I couldn't get it back. Cause he's out there. He way out here like that. But he didn't have no ass to take it over. See,
Right.
and I had to go ahead and pull him down.
Thanks, John.
Flop
Appreciate
press.
But I told him out there in San Francisco when he had to pull your brother.
Mm-hmm.
I said, now, Cobra, I said, go there. Screwing around with Bill Brzenk now, boy, ain't no joke now, boy, strong. I said, boy, ain't no joke. He said, Cobra said, I got it. I said, all right. So we said, they started them off. Sure enough, old brother John boy got him. Sure did.
Whatever. Bill beat me.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, that's after I pulled you.
Yeah, they celebrated that.
That's after if I pulled him fresh, I would have given him a whiplash like I always did.
Because I think we were all in the same weight class. He pulled you in that same tournament, didn't he?
No,
My Bill?
yeah.
Bill did.
Yeah.
But I pulled Johnny first.
You put another.
Oh, I pulled a heavier class that day.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So
The
you
year
were building
before,
finals, yeah.
the year before, Johnny wasn't at UConn, and I gave up on the lightweights because it was tough to beat Davey those days
Right,
in the situation. So I was like, let me go bang with the fat boys. And I beat Bill Brzenk and all the Brian Croft, all those guys. And
Remember you had a tough match with Damasio.
yeah, that was in San Fran.
Yeah.
That was after, all of that was after my pull with Johnny.
That's a crazy one. Talking about you. One that run off the stage up there, he be at Petaluma. He had a pitch back and forth, that raising here. If he didn't want you in the regular, he'd raise here, teetotal raise here.
If he didn't want
I
you.
went to a tournament somewhere. I went to a tournament. I got there late, and he raised here about they gonna let me in the weight class that he was gonna be in. So I went ahead and stepped up and pulled up another weight class to keep him from playing all that sand. But I would have beat him anyway. He definitely didn't want to pull me. You know.
You talking about his dad or
No,
Todd?
I'm Todd.
Oh,
The one
bless
who's
his heart.
raised sand.
Yeah, 'cause Todd and your brother got it from me in Tampa,
Okay.
right? And then I thought I was going up to San Francisco to have a walk in the park again. I was pretty good. And then someone else was there. Johnny Walker.
Really?
Yeah, you
I
would.
did.
Yeah, you pulled me there. You
Where?
gave me my first loss in San Francisco.
Oh,
I think that was the same year that Gary beat Cleve.
Absolutely, yeah. Gary went to the top roll in that
good.
first.
Good, rich.
In that
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
Yeah, he's pulling again. Devon says he's back at.
Nice.
I'm still sore from my last training session with Gary. Yeah,
I thought he was trying to do that wrestling stuff.
Oh, he's giving that up. He's
Yeah.
retired from that.
He's kind of back.
Okay.
He's dabbling in arm wrestling again. He came up and he's training us all. He's making us do all sorts of crazy stuff. Yeah. I will. Yeah.
I know that.
The future 70s team, 70-year-olds. Hell on wheels.
Hell on wheels.
Yeah.
What a fun round table. Thanks for
Because
coming.
what
John.
got me though, Adam called me every now and then. John, I'm finna put on a tournament. I said, Adam, do you know what it takes to put on a tournament, man? He said, yeah, John, I want you to be my honorary guest. I said, Adam, just sit down somewhere, man. You can't do no arm wrestling no more. He called me up one day and said, Johnny, you know, I beat Ron on a hook. He couldn't even pull me back. I said, what? I said, was Ron asleep or something? I beat him. I got him in a hook. And yeah, he tried to get back on. He couldn't pull me back. I pulled him on. I called Ron. When Ron called me and tell me about this treatment, I said, Ron, you let Adam beat you, man.
Who was this? I'm not following. Ron?
Adam.
No.
You know Adam.
Oh, Adam Gerber.
No, I don't know.
Oh, Adam thinks he can beat everybody.
Yeah.
He called me and told me.
He's pretty good.
You beat Ron in the hook. You beat Ron bad in the hook, Adam. Yeah. I beat him. I said, Ron must be asleep, man. He's asleep. He still didn't get it. You know, but I wouldn't believe that no way. He said, no, I
Yeah, I
beat
had
him.
to. he told me he wanted a super match with me, so we took a practice at Hanover. I'm going to show you what I would do in a super match. It's not play like when you beat me in a hook.
Yeah.
Right? Ready, go, boom. All right, but he still will tell me he beat me in a hook. But he's just a good old guy.
Yeah, he took me. He called up all the time. We're gonna be beat. He finna put on a tournament. I said, you know what kind of money you gotta have put on a tournament, man?
He wants a super match with John.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
I said, I told him, I said, man, take some money for that. I said, we can't just get money put on a tournament, man. You gotta get somebody to sanction it for you. You gotta get a little money in the pot. What you gonna do? Or how you gonna do that? You know, I'm gonna do it. I said, okay.
Have you ever done any super matches? A super match is more than a thing.
No,
right?
he's never done
Never
a
done
super
just like
match.
a best of 5 or.
One match I pulled me and Cleve, but we went. I forgot what it was at. I don't know if it was Dearborn, Michigan. One of them tournaments.
Was it a boxing ring?
The guy had a $5,000 grudge match with Cleve and somebody.
You're talking at Arnold or
It was-
Marciero? I had a
it
super
was
match with
tournament.
him.
What that guy name? I can't think of the guy's name. He was out in
Cleve.
Michigan or something.
Studs?
It was 25.
Fred Wank?
It was,
Was it Fred Wank from Michigan?
I don't know who the man
Oh,
was.
wasn't Scotty Norton?
No. What's got to know it? He had a match between Cleve and somebody. But anyway, when that many people's in the super heavy, it was $5,000 in super heavy and $2,500 in the light heavyweight. So I told Cleve, I'm gonna pull light heavy and super heavy, and I'm gonna take a sucker to you and get the $2,500.
Wow.
And I had won my weight class. So Cleve said, "Are you sure about that, Johnny?" I said, "Man, I ain't trying to beat you. We're gonna put on a show." I said, "I'm gonna beat you one round, and next couple rounds you come back and beat me both them rounds in the finals, and you get your 5,000, I get 2,500. That's all I left." He was kind of scared. He thought I was trying to beat him for real. He was kind of worried about that.
Did you ever beat Cleve?
No, I never
beat him.
never
Yeah.
beat him.
I think you had like a little mental thing because every time I talk to you about it, I'm like, John, shit, you should be able to grab him low and beat his ass. You were like, oh no, I can't do anything with that. Man, that's not the attitude. Get him.
But anyway, me and Keith got the man, and we put on the show. I acting like I was able to tell you that one. Everybody around the stage, man, everybody was really beat on the floor. I got Keith on, like Keith turning around, man, like, all right, cool down on it, put him in the bounce. And so we had to wait do a couple more rounds. And so me and Keith both been put him in the final, right? So I told Keith, this is it now, man. I said, man, we're doing a good show now. We're go back and forth, back and forth. Man, they were screaming, hollering, beating on stage, beating on the floor, going on, man. Clean around, got that big old shoulder over my arm and put me in the pad. Okay. Yeah, he won his and I got mine. That's all I want. And we got ready to leave that next day, it was gonna be on the mic. I told Cleveland, we're gonna get us a limo. I said, I'm going to that damn bank this check come from. I'm gonna go catch this check before I leave this city.
Right.
You know, so we got a limo and went to that bank. And sure enough, I signed that little check, I had the $2,500 check. They looked at it, she said, "Can I buy that $2,500? And another lady counted that $2,500. She gave me my money. Okay. Cleve went with that $5,000 check. They looked at it, she said, she said, "Sir, it's not enough in this account for this check."
That's funny.
I said, "Oh shit, now he gonna owe some money from me." I said, "Oh damn, I knew it was coming." So the man, Cleve called the man before we got there. The guy put treatment on. He said, "Cleve, I'm sorry, man. I hadn't been to by being the weekend like it was. I hadn't been to the bank yet to deposit my money." He said, "But you go ahead and keep the check, and you get back to Georgia Monday. Go ahead and give me about 4 or 5 hours Monday morning, and go ahead and deposit. It should be good. It's gonna be there, you know." So he did. It took me a year before I got my money back, because I didn't see him no more till we had the next tournament. But he paid me my money back, you know. Yeah, he paid me money back.
I got stories where I never got paid.
There's
a lot of them. There's a lot of them.
Hey, we got paid in Curacao.
Yeah, I know that was a good.
I
deal.
worked hard.
No, that was a very good.
I worked
deal.
hard.
Yeah, Renee even with big payday. She won
Right.
$1,400. With poo-poo platters on the beach. I couldn't beat that tournament. I'd do that again. for sure. Yeah, it's been fun. Good,
Oh, yeah.
good to reminisce. Think about
Well, I
some
tell
of the
you
old
what,
shit.
I've been blessed, man. I've been blessed. Because I went places, when Miller Bruin come to call me that I want to sponsor, I said, yeah. And they came down here, flew down to Atlanta on Hammond Drive at a hotel, I got the name of the hotel. And they had made out a contract.
Doubletree.
No, it was out on Hammond Drive down there. Out in Mirror. Anyway, they would give me $5,000 every November. Send me anywhere in the continental United States, just like you fly around with Delta. And Steve Simon screwed it up with Miller Brewing Company. We went to New Orleans at the World's Fair.
Mm-hmm.
We went down there, and the young guy was in college with Miller Brewing Company, going down there to report what went on at the World's Fair with Miller Brewing Company product. Miller Brewing will give you, because Steve Simon, 2 or 3 big old cardboard boxes full of shit, beach ball, beach towel, shirts, whatever, to give to the contestants at the end of the tournament. They get, if somebody in the tournament, they get a free T-shirt or whatever.
Simon sold it.
Steve Simon was selling the damn shit. So the guy that was there from Miller Brewing Company had to go back and report to corporate what went wrong, what Steve Simon was doing. I get a letter in the damn mail, man, that my contract with them was canceled. They weren't sponsoring no more on us. And I said, God,
They blame you
on
for what
account
he
of that
did.
bullshit, man. Just fucked it up, man. They didn't touch it
Steve
no more.
Simons was
Selling the damn stuff, man. Son of a gun, man. They give it to you to give to the contestant and whatever, but just throw it out in the damn audience to somebody catch some of it. You know, you had plenty of it, you know, big boxes, two big old cardboard boxes full of stuff that they give him to give to the contestant. Not sell it, because it's already paid for. It was their shit, you know. But he screwed it up, man. Sure did. I mean, yeah, I was getting this check in the mail every November, man. $5,000 coming to check.
That's big money back
Yeah,
then.
yeah. But I won.
Worth well money. Now it's like,
But you won over the top. You won over the top by 25,000.
yeah.
So
Over
did
the
you.
top.
You went over the top.
No,
There was 10 stats.
I didn't win with 10.
You got 10
I
stats.
went to 5 of them regional tournaments to qualify
Oh,
for
right. Yeah, Marvin. We're
Yeah.
talking about Marvin now. Yeah, he made a rule change because I was going to fly to every single one of the
Yeah, I did.
qualifiers, you know,
Yeah, I
and get
did.
that easy
Yeah.
money.
I did. I won all 5 of them. Then went to the world and won another 5.
They were-
Right.
See,
Yeah, they
You got 10
they
and
would
they
only
just
allow
gave
you. He changed the rules after like the first round of you could only win the weight class one time
Yeah.
or
It changed.
second twice, or you could take second and then still be eligible to try to
It
win
changed
one.
like
So
the weather.
I got second, and then I would go to the next
For
tournament.
what tournament was
first. Over
Over
the
the
top
tops, the
qualifiers.
qualifiers.
They did qualifiers throughout the country.
Well, yeah, but they changed it to where you could win your weight class twice, because that's what I did. When they changed that, and then I went to St. Louis after I was in Denver and beat Dave, because you were in Denver too.
He changed the rules where you
Oh,
could
he
only
did it
win it
again?
one time. And once you won it, you
The first time you
couldn't
beat
do it
Dave Patton, Jerry, was where?
That was
It
Denver.
was probably
Yeah,
the first
because
one.
you were there,
and
yeah.
then they changed the rules.
Because
Like,
you were
okay,
one of them
no
that came
more.
up and said, "Who are you?"
Yeah.
Yeah, and then in St. Louis, I went to St. Louis the next year and won down there. I had to pull Pro Burt and Ed Levitt and
Patient
all those
Burt.
guys. Bill.
Patient Burt
Bill
Whitfield. He was
Yeah.
patient, wasn't he?
boy, I could. I wish I
He
had.
wasn't
I-
in no hurry, was
I could kick his ass if I get over to him.
he? Hey, buddy.
Damn. Man, that boy tore me up, man. I can't believe that shit.
He was patient.
Yeah, well,
He
Chewing his gum.
one year,
Yep.
one year I was going to Vegas, I think. One year Bert came to my house and cut down 7 damn big ass, tall ass trees out my front yard. And then charged me for $700. He cut a tree down and tell you where it's gonna fall, which direction it's gonna fall. If a tree falls and prop up on another tree, he'll cut it loose like a ladder and break it down. That joker cut, that joker, he was good with that shit, man. And he got to the point, I don't know what happened to break. He got that, what they call it,
the stump.
no, the shaking.
Oh, but I know he got injured, right? Doing the
Well,
Yeah, he got
stump.
He
One
got.
time he got-
Wasn't it the
Stump grinder.
Some kind of, right? Yeah.
Stump grinder.
Oh, it was a stump grinder, okay,
go
because I was
along.
thinking it was the
And the
shredder
damn
when it
stump
my
grinder
branch
still-
car pulled his leg in, but it was a
Stump
stump
grinder
grinder.
was
Yeah,
still
that
running.
And Dave Patton fell out of a tree.
that messed him up.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
Wrestlers with.
Dave Patton fell out of a tree. I gotta make weight.
Bert was a treasure though. He knew
Yeah.
his shit.
He was good with them trees, man. He was good.
His,
One year,
his kid's moving up the ladder too now.
Yeah.
Though. Yeah, George.
He ran good tournaments too.
Yeah.
I remember the sit down
He pulls
tournament
out
where
there.
Okay.
Does the same as Dad. Climbs trees.
Okay.
does it?
Yeah. Yeah. He pulls just like Dad. He gets out there and gets holds and gets his position. Works it well.
Bert was Bert a top roller? Yeah, Bert was a top roller. I always remember
Bert
Bert
can
as
do-
being
Bert can do-
he can do anything, yeah.
Yeah,
solid.
Bert would more so go inside, but he knew how to top.
He
He
knew
knew
how to
everything. He's the one that taught. Dave was a top roller, Randall. I was a hooker,
Mhm.
and he taught us both how to transform. I mean, Bert was probably one of the best coaches out there
He's
because he'd
good.
whisper in your ear how to beat the guy you're pulling at, and then he'd go over there and tell that guy how to beat you.
yeah,
I
'cause he was
can't
really
remember.
versatile.
I don't. It was Bert's house. Maybe it was the first time I met you. I think you.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm thinking it was probably Bert's house.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was there, but I remember, being introduced
Well-
to you. Somebody brought you over and like, oh yeah, no, try this guy. This kid.
I remember one of his national was 90 or 91 when you two going at it.
In Atlanta.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you had to win.
Yeah, he let me get to where I
Yeah,
wanted. He let me get where I wanted.
Oh,
to get.
okay, that's what
And
happened.
I
Okay.
took a loss, but then he said, "No, we ain't going there again."
Okay.
And took me outside.
Yeah. Yeah, he had some pretty good tournaments. I mean, he ran, those were two good, they were good nationals.
Yeah,
too, he had.
Oh, that was AAA.
Yeah, AAA, yeah.
National.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 90 or 90.
First
He
time I
did
ever
90 and 91
First
both.
time I ever met you was in St. Louis.
I think one was a sit down and one was a stand up.
I never.
I looked over there and didn't think that young guy could. And then I got
Probably
crazy.
thought the same.
Yeah,
That
kids
year,
are beat.
that
Well,
year,
shit.
that year, Bert's daughter, he had the prettiest little redhead daughter you ever want to lay eyes on. Natty bone redhead. That girl messed around and fell, man, on skateboarding. Fell on her face some kind of way.
Oh, Bert's daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was holding on to the back of a vehicle on a skateboard.
Yeah.
Oh,
And, young, and she was just like her dad.
Yeah.
She lived on the fly, and she
Really?
did crazy stuff. Bert
Damn.
did crazy stuff. Yeah.
I remember Bert's. He had a pool in the back, right? Because they were jumping off the roof
Yeah.
into the pool.
Clean.
yeah, Diane almost
That
killed herself
Killed herself
mixing
almost?
with chemicals in the sink in the
Oh.
kitchen. When Diane did mix the chemicals
Yeah.
for the pool.
but about Bert's
About burned
pool.
the house, burned, almost got her.
Same time I got to know Bert, Cleve come over, 400 and some pounds, climbed up to the roof. There was a porch coming off. We're probably talking 12, 15 feet from the pool.
From the pool?
Do it, Cleve.
No, it was closer to
Or
the
height,
pool, but it was
okay, but
tight.
height, okay, you like from the
Cleve-
pool, I'm thinking, how's he
Cleve
making
dove
it
off
15
that
foot?
roof.
What?
Cleve dove off that rope. Cleve
Emptied
for
the pool.
a big man. Big man.
Wow.
Cleve was athletic as can be.
Mm.
400
He
some
jumped off
pounds, he
there.
could do crazy shit.
How much water come out the pool?
A lot of it.
All of it.
Gotta refill.
And the burns at about 6 inches.
Yeah, so,
It is, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Cleve came over to Bert's one night. They had just gotten Kentucky Fried Chicken, and we're just sitting there talking, and Cleve just sat there before long.
Bucket's gone.
I seen Cleve, man. We went to a steakhouse, man. Steve Simon, all of us, we have a tournament, we all went out to eat. Porterhouse steak, that damn steak about like that. Cleve chopped down 2 of them, son.
Oh, Cleve, yeah.
All while he talking, while he was chewing. Steak, both of them big steak gone. I was good.
I remember at one tournament, I was talking, probably with my dad, they're like, I wonder if Cleve just, just a big man, or if he eats just a lot of, he's got to eat a lot of food, right? And just so happened that tournament we went into his room, he had dishes stacked from his room service everywhere. I'm like, oh no, he's a heavy eater, he's a big eater.
Naturally, he was always, from what I talked to his brother, he was always huge.
Yeah.
He was born big. He was big throughout his whole childhood, but he loved to eat.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, and he just, because I know after he got divorced, he actually lost his weight back down to 400. I didn't realize he actually is 6'7".
Yeah.
Yeah, he's every bit as tall as
Yeah,
he
but
was.
he
Yeah, 'cause he was always,
When
he was always
stood up
hunched
straight,
over.
he was
Yeah,
about 7'3".
he was always hunched
He
over.
had a huge
When he was heavy, then he was more down
Yeah.
6'3", 6'4".
They were charging for 2 seats in the plane.
Yeah.
He'd be 7 footer if he
Surprised it wasn't 3.
No, 6'7", right?
if he stood up straight.
No, he was
on-
straight.
You know, I was flying home.
Yeah, when he lost weight, he actually stood up when he was 6'7",
Really?
I wanted to sit down there.
Cause he
That's
could,
tall enough.
he could sit, he could sit in a plane over there where the window was.
They were good friends
Okay,
with his brother. I knew Cleve
The
real
way the plane made.
They were asking
Yes,
what I
I
was doing,
know.
and I told them.
Okay,
I said,
if
well,
you
yeah,
sit over there by the window, his head
Atlanta,
look at
you
the
know,
top of
being
it.
from Atlanta.
Where the plane curved down.
Yeah, we know his brother. We did
I
visit
did-
his brother.
they
We
made a
Cleve-
big one.
we did Cleve real well. And I was like,
And Johnny said earlier, Cleve naturally would make LeBron look small.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I don't know if he ever measured his wrist, but his wrist
Oh, my
had to be
God.
like
I got his hand on the
14
back of one of my
inches.
shirts.
yeah, like I said, his
Just
arm made
covered
my
the whole back.
thigh was more.
There was a national championship in Connecticut that Burt Whitfield whooped my ass. After I flashed him, first time we faced each other, never pulled him before, didn't know that.
That was because he was probably being kind to you.
Yeah, he was. But, yeah, gave him windburn, and then he got patient the last 2 matches. They lasted forever, and it was horrible. But, Cleve and I had dinner together, just he and I ordered a rack of lamb, and he ordered 3 of them.
Yeah.
And he ate those puppies like popcorn.
Yeah, the only reason I know.
He could back it.
Yeah, the only reason I know Bert played with you is because first time I met him when I moved to Georgia was at a little tournament, and it's a little small country tournament, and they didn't really draw, and they were up in a room making brackets. Somebody, who's this young guy that's a country looking jackass?
So he bumped it.
And Bert goes, I don't know, but I'll take him.
Give it to
I'll
him.
take him. Bert was like 170 pounds.
Give it to
And we
him.
get up there, we're having a freaking war. And I mean, we're just in there like this, and we're just pulling. And I'm looking at Bert, and I'm looking at my daughter, my wife at them, and I'm like, fuck, I can't let this
What the
guy. I
hell's
got
happening
friends
here?
and coworkers with me. I'm like, I can't let this little guy. He's like 170 pounds. I'm 220. I'm like, and finally, I was in my sweet spot, so I finally beat him. Shit, Bert goes, come on, come in my practice. That sucker didn't let me beat him probably for 4 months. Then he noticed I was getting depressed, so he let me start winning again.
And that was amazing for his size, I'm sure. It's funny how some people have it like that. I just can't understand it.
Listen, can't understand.
Yeah, I
something
can't understand
about
it.
it.
A lot of
Can't
guys like
understand.
Burt Whitfield, little wiry arms, and just
Chewing that gum.
Mm-hmm. He definitely did.
Chewing that gum.
But that's like first time I ever pulled Johnny. I saw Johnny same time Cobra did. We were talking about that earlier when he was on Wide World of Sports. I was maybe 15-ish. And my dad called me and we were just watching. I was just fascinated. I didn't realize I was ever going to arm wrestle. And when I got to about 18 or so, 17 in high school, we started arm wrestling a little bit. Then I did some tournaments up there, and somebody told me to go. I did some tournaments, and then I went down to Chicago, whoever ran those, and I ended up pulling Johnny. And I think I was about 18, maybe 19, and I get up there, and we're pulling, and I'm in there, and I'm going, damn, I'm good. And Johnny's just sitting there holding back. So anyhow, he beats me. I don't even know where I placed. I go home. My dad asked me how I did. I said, I didn't do very well, but that Johnny Walker knew I had a match because we both had watched the show. I mean, he couldn't pin me right away like he wanted. So I get down to Georgia and we pull in quite a bit then. Yeah, Johnny does that to everybody.
right.
So one tournament, I'm like, it finally dawned on me watching it. I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
And then I flash back to that time. I'm like, that sucker could have pinned me anytime.
I'll tell you what, that damn Steve Woodall put a lot of fight in me when he beat me. Back before he got real popular like it was, like it did when I got with Billy Bruin come. The only thing that got me the times that he beat me, and I kept getting after him, I kept trying to find out a way to beat him. And finally I got a weak point like anybody else did, find a weak point. And that day he still got blew it, man. That's really what got me right there. He got to sit down somewhere now because he can't pull like that.
I don't remember what Woodall was. He a top roller or was he a hooker? Did he dive in like a shoulder roll or
He was kind of straight
straight back top
back,
roller? So he's a top
kind
roller.
of, you know.
So he was getting out on your
Yeah,
hand.
get on there. And
You stop that.
That's not easy to do.
No.
but over I called her name a while ago, George Hood. George Hewitt would sit back and watch. George Hewitt pointed me in the way to start, how to set up. And usually don't load up in the midst of getting gripped up. You save your back pressure after you grip up. And the referee had both y'all, what you got? You like what you got? Ready? When he said ready, you get ready to move. He will say ready to go. And I try to move when that ready go. As soon as he said ready to go, I move when that go. Ready to go. He in the pad. Yeah.
You in the bag.
To this day, nobody arm wrestles like you. Nobody arm wrestles with that kind of strength in the hand to be confident to keep their hand almost flat like that and sweep like that. No, not really. Never. I made a decision whether
not
I'm controlling or I'm
consistent.
looking. I never.
Not consistently.
I never
Your style was right here
Yeah.
and right there. Because I watch you so
Brutal.
much. My first years, I almost tried emulating everything you did. I would set up just like this and that's
All that's going to do is get you lost. Some losses trying to pull up.
Well, it actually probably made me stronger overall in a quicker hurry.
It was very
Yeah.
awkward to pull against because you expected to be either here or fighting up top,
What about
and you
Bonanno?
would just shut it down.
What about now?
Bonanno,
John?
I think he's doing all right. Yeah. When's the last time I saw John? It was,
I pulled him in the
pretty recent.
Masters tournament.
He's not as heavy. I mean, he's in good shape. He's light. Yeah, no, I recently saw him just a couple, 3 years ago.
He sneaked up on me one day.
Yeah, no, he had that shoulder press.
Yeah, it was Bob Howe did. Bob Howe sneaked up on me one time. He wouldn't pull me no more. Wouldn't give me a chance. He not gonna get it back. He wouldn't pull me again for nothing.
Yeah, welcome to the club.
He wouldn't pull me again.
I already know.
One time I got you in Reno, you didn't let me beat you for like the next 3 or 4 or 5 tournaments. Like, man, I thought I could do that.
How old were you first time you beat John? I remember seeing it.
Maybe
You turned
18,
21?
19. I got a win on you in Reno when I pulled 3 weight classes. I think it was probably 18 or 19. And then you beat me. You beat me the next minute. You beat me the next tournament. I'm like, damn. And I didn't really get you and stay on top until over the top. So it was 86.
You turned 21 years old.
21, 22, yeah.
Yep.
So I got 1 win when I was in my teens, but that you shut that down
Tony
afterwards. You
Celeste.
said, no, not again.
Tony Celeste will have us out there in Vegas twice a year.
That was 84, 85.
Yeah.
Right before over the top.
Maybe I won the year before over the top, but I don't think so. Maybe. It's hard for me to remember.
John, you know what they got you doing tonight after this? You know they're gonna make you sign like 1 million cards tonight.
They can't make you
John,
sign.
I'll do it tomorrow.
I just heard that they gotta sign 1 million cards tonight.
Oh,
That's what I was just told.
I'll take tomorrow. Wow. When you leave it, Sunday?
Sunday evening. He would leave out about 10.
You know, when I mentioned that, he looked at me. I had no idea until I got here. They wanted me to sign some posters.
I gotta tell you something though, that tournament in '81 in Elgin, Illinois, that World Wrestling tournament, when I first met you and I met Bert, I met Dave, Clay, all those same guys. But you and Bert were the only 2 guys that would actually talk to me. That was my second tournament ever. I competed at a state tournament before that, and I went to that tournament. Then I got 7th right and 5th left. So, and you talked to me and Bert talked to me. You complimented me, said I was pulling really strong, because you'd never seen me before. And Bert did the same thing, and you told me some things about training and diet stuff, vitamins, whatever you were talking to me about. And no one else, you were the only 2 that did that. And Bert had told me too, he says, if you stay in this sport, you are going places if you stay in this sport. He said, you pulled fantastic. And he helped me out, giving me different advice. And I didn't see him for a couple more years, and he remembered my name.
I know
He was like, hey, Jerry, how's it going? And from that day on, we became good friends. We were always in contact. But you 2 guys gave me the confidence at that point in time, seeing you, the caliber of you guys, and saying, wow.
Yeah, no,
If they're saying this, it's like,
I think Bert was
I'm gonna keep
instrumental
going.
for a lot of guys.
Yeah,
'Cause
he
used
was
to
my
come up
mentor,
to,
I'm telling you, he
Maurice's
was-
tournament up in Chicago area, and that's
yeah.
kind of I learned. I
I'll
latched
tell you
on
what,
to him
he
'cause
was-
he was very
oh,
informative.
yeah.
He was very.
Yep.
He
And
gave a
so
lot of
willing
time
to-
to
so
you.
willing
An
to
awesome
teach.
man. Oh, awesome.
Now, was
I
that the
love
tournament him and Dave Patton had that long
Yep,
war?
11
Yeah,
minute, 13
that was
second
my
match.
first
I watched
I
that.
real
remember that. That
big
was up in
taste.
Crystal Lake.
Were you there?
That was my first major big tournament I went to. No.
Were you there?
Yeah. Yeah.
We hadn't even met yet.
That's actually still the same tournament that my dad bet Mrs. Pat $500. But Dave and I had like a little super match. Or
Oh, that was the other year though.
No, it's
You
the
pulled
same.
Dave.
Wasn't the
Or-
same year?
no, I did.
No,
Oh,
Dave
yeah,
won
it
the
was.
tournament,
Yeah, it
and
was.
then he
Yeah,
had
yeah,
that
yeah, it
one.
was, because when they showed
Because
the
I
video,
remember
I'm like,
saying
wait
my
a minute.
dad, I should have
Okay,
pulled him
yeah.
after after that 10-minute war with Bert. I would beat his ass.
Yeah, but you guys are very instrumental in me staying in the sport and getting to where I am now. So,
Oh yeah.
I
Moving to
have
Georgia
to
and
thank
running
you.
into Burt Whitfield definitely was
Yeah.
instrumental
Yeah,
in taking me to the level.
Yeah.
Any reason that.
So he's got credit
Go
for it.
down the book, the pool.
Mm-hmm.
All three of us.
John, you still keep up with the sport today?
I look at it, every now I'm laying in the damn bed, I'm looking at the damn YouTube, there your ass here putting something.
Yeah, YouTube's nothing but
That's
you.
his job now. He's got to make a living somehow.
I seen you down there late tonight, I said, damn, who that guy right there?
How was training back when you were at your peak? What did you do for training?
I had that old spring deal at the house, I had a spring on the post in the
truck
basement,
spring.
I used to pull.
Yeah.
And, I used to do one-on push-ups on both sides, stuff like that. But before I even had some weight, I used to take a damn grid from a damn car, bench press that stuff. Damn 56 Chevrolet, 55 Chevrolet reed with the chunk steel in it.
You never had any of those silly devices that they use now with these rolling things, rolling
No,
thunder.
not like that.
No, I think we never
No,
had
he had
any
to
of
be-
There was no rolling thunder.
Let me ask you this.
Oh, that's not good
Do
stuff.
you see this guy?
He was rolling thunder.
He's got them that white things on his knuckles where he then got his knuckles real tough. And he hold his hand, his fingers like this, about this far from the glass. And you can't even see his hand when he moves. That there. Pya! His busted wide open.
There goes
I said, man, boy, he do that shit, man. You know.
Well, practice, were you guys practicing on the table a lot back then, or were you just hit tournaments?
Well, before that stuff happened to Bud, we used to go out to the books out every Wednesday night.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Work out. And then he put that gun to his head like that. Messed up everything, man. Anybody had nowhere to go. You know.
I heard that Dave came down and trained with you a bit for a period. He would come down to Atlanta. Dave, Pat?
Dave Patton, no, he
No.
didn't.
No, never. No, it was not a regular training.
Yeah, Bert had some good club going.
Yeah.
I mean, there would be 20, 30 of us there most Wednesday nights, 2 to 4 hours.
No, Atlanta's still probably got one of the strongest arm wrestling groups.
Yeah,
Everybody
They
getting
split
them out
up.
of the bar,
They're
yeah.
not quite as strong overall in depth, but we got quite a few numbers and there's getting to be more. So, it's good.
Back in the time, you guys had a lot of national
Oh, yeah.
level guys. It's
Mhm.
impressive. A lot of you guys.
So you think you can beat John after he gets done with Leonidas?
Yeah, I'm about to let you bust it right there. I try to.
Now am I correct? You used to grab a pole and kick out?
It's Norm Debbie.
I
Norm Debbie was
No,
wrong.
really, yeah, my
That was
young
Norm. That was Norm less than me.
No, but I thought
All
he
three
did
of us
it.
would do it
Yeah,
off
I
the
did it.
posts.
Yeah,
I used to
so.
pick up a damn turn
I
back
can
to
do
the
pull-ups
damn,
to it.
to the damn VW and pick it up.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. While somebody sitting in it, used to grab it, like a bump,
Mm-hmm.
and yank it up. He do that shit now.
Yeah, you did some strange lifts.
Yeah.
What do you weigh these days? Make the 170 class?
198.
Yeah, I guess I'm around about 175 or 80 something.
175,
Whoop 'em.
He would still be.
I say, he would not be last. I know
No.
that for sure.
Wilson would freak out when he grabbed her hand.
Yeah, his hand is still, his hand is still, man. I'm like, they told me your hand's still the same. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, your hand is way too big for your body.
Yeah. Try pulling it when you're young.
I can tell.
What got me to, one day this week, I was coming out of Wayfield Food. I just had some covered bags of my own, told the ghost rat. Two of young boys said, "Hey, I'm a strong man." They see me coming in bed, look, strong man. I looked at that boy. They took it, I looked over there, you know, young guy, like about 17, 18 years old, you know. I've never seen him before in my life. They seen me come out of the store. He's a strong man. What do you call me strong man for?
So you always were naturally just strong.
Yeah. But when I first started at Six Flags, like Steve Simons told me, that's the first tournament that I went to where I seen Steve Simon that impressed me because he had good size on. What's his name? I called his name a while ago.
Marvin
Down
Gordon.
Stanaway.
Oh, Steve.
Steve Stanaway. He was really impressive too, because
What prompted you to go to Six Flags? What was your history before that?
It was on the radio. If you entered that tournament
Oh, the
down at
radio.
Six Flags
Oh,
over
okay,
Jordan,
okay.
you win a free trip to California.
Oh, okay.
I said, a free trip to California? Damn, shit, I'm gonna try this shit, man. I got my old damn scooter when I there, man. You know, at the picnic area where they was weighing in at. And you paid $10 to get in the tournament. You know, Mr. Steve Simon was on them tournament. And I entered that thing, man. And,
Yeah, need more radio advertisements.
I'll try to do it.
yeah, well, I started at Six Flags. And from there to afterward, I won the championship down there. And from that day to about 10 years later, I won all three Simon tournaments to change that rule, especially when they changed the thing to them 2 goals. Let it go. And go
3
again.
second delay.
Yeah. Yeah, that really
That was
is.
a nice setup. It was
That was
like,
a
I'd just be ready.
I really enjoyed that. I wish
Suck
it
them across
lasted
and then it
longer.
was simple. Yeah.
That
so far
my
stretched out
initial
for
years, that
they
would have been
couldn't
fun,
stop.
because I was so slow to begin with. I still am slow.
Made you establish the hand without moving the arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, and then bye.
Yeah, after
It was
that
great.
New Orleans tournament, that's how we practiced
Yeah.
in Rhode Island with Mike
I
Petrarca,
never pulled one.
Guy Lasource.
Never
You saw
did.
Guy Lasource.
So I think they were basically falling apart by the time I really got into it.
Guy won the lightweight. Johnny won the. Guy Lasource won the truckers light. Right? And over the top. Did you see him here?
Yeah.
No,
John?
yeah. I didn't recognize him. I
No.
recognized the face. I'm like, yeah, no, I know you.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
face is
He said, "God, it's
recognizable.
ours."
It sort of, part sort of fell.
He was a
No,
specimen.
you and Guy
Yeah, no,
Lasorsa
he's a
had
big-
some
big
pretty
guy.
good
He was a
words.
specimen.
Guy Lasorsa,
Yeah.
correct?
He was. You saw him tonight, but he didn't say his name.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't-
He won the truckers light class
Okay.
Yeah.
at over the
No, I
top.
didn't know that.
Yeah, he's from Massachusetts. He lived about 40 miles from me.
over the top, I'd have 5 matches out of over the top, out of the whole thing. 5 matches.
How long did it last? 14 hours, 12 hours, 14 hours? Did you ever go back to the room? I stayed on that damn bleacher the whole
He
time.
was sleeping up in the stands.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Patton and
That's
I
what
were
you could do.
laying down in the lobby area on the other side of the doors trying to sleep.
I was
So that
dealing
was
with Marvin in
ridiculous.
between matches. So running around like a chicken.
I
with my
remember
head
seeing
cut.
Johnny up in the stands at the over the top tournament. He was sound asleep. They'd call his name. He'd walk down and stretch. Then he'd go back up in the stands.
That's the only thing you could do at that point.
Oh, it was
They had
terrible.
5 matches. 'Cause I knew who was gonna win. I knew who was gonna win that truck. So
We all did.
he had already sized it up.
Yeah.
He had the keys in his pocket the whole
Yeah.
time he was competing.
Me? No, I didn't. I had no. I mean, if the draw, which would have changed at all, if I had to pull Ed or Rich first, then the other guy probably would have won that thing. I mean, realistically, it was very fortunate that those guys had the little war that they did. It made it nice and easy.
That's
to get
key.
through.
That's key. That was key in a lot of
Yeah,
tournaments.
yeah.
I mean, Mohegan Sun was the same when I won it.
Did
Certainly
Rick-
things would have fell apart.
Did
Yeah.
Rick Zumwalt, did he die?
Yeah,
Yes,
he
quite,
passed.
quite a long time ago. Yeah.
Passed about 18 years ago.
Yeah.
Steroids.
Don't know. I think it was.
Who's that?
I heard it was.
Zumwalt.
I shouldn't speak
Oh,
on
yeah.
this, but I heard it was like painkillers. He hurt his back or something,
Oh.
and overdose like everybody else does on opioids. But I don't know. I don't know exactly. This is just what I heard.
Yeah, the draw's pretty bad sometimes. Over the top, and I got 7th. And 3 of the guys ahead of me, I put in the loser bracket easily. So
I
it
took
was
eight.
like,
He
holy
beat me
crap.
by 1. I took 8.
I was like, I go into the match, I lost about why that happened, but that was a
Armwrestling.
Bob Howell involved in that one. So
Yeah, over the top was a big deal, but I was talking with Devon earlier. And it was a mess. So they tried to do 8 tables. There was just no way they
that
could
was
coordinate
crazy.
that. I mean,
yeah,
the
it was,
announcers.
But it was a
you know,
once in a lifetime right now.
It was.
It was a spectacle for sure.
But Sylvester Stallone, he didn't pick that white man down here.
He's what?
Sylvester Stallone. And that new movie he got out by
He was between
Oh, he's got a
Gangsta-
little gut going, or what are you talking about?
You talking about Tulsa, his
Yeah,
show,
Yeah, he got a show.
TV show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he paying
Oh.
against him. he been a gangster on it, but he had on a suit. He like he had a little gut now.
Oh, okay, yeah, well, it's happening to all of us, except for you.
I had some
I
little
like
gut.
I like the part of when the guy come to the cage after that guy asked Sylvester Stallone, what happened to the guy? What happened to him? Oh, he's taking a nap. He had knocked him out.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I was thinking of the WPA stuff. You know, when Simons, he got to where he was kind of running the western side because he had Neil Goldberg running a lot on the east stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He was running tournaments over there because you
Neil
probably pulled
Goldberg?
Neil, yeah. Yeah, he
He
was
wasn't
running
just
stuff for Simons.
for
He was
Simon.
running tournaments.
He
yeah.
ran on
I
tournament?
competed when I went east in that like Quad Cities championships that I pulled in. It was Goldberg. Sometimes they'd be both together when I'd go to the Rocky Mountains, and there was one up in Minnesota I'd go to, and then heck, there was another one, and it was Simons again. And he let me pull in the heavyweight class or the whatever the heaviest class one time with my class.
Neil Goldberg.
He made an exception because somebody was saying the little guys could never beat the big guys, and then Marsha Monk was there, and they were telling her, and she goes, "That guy can beat him." And so I was like, so she went and asked him if I can get in because they just did a round, and he goes, "I don't care." Yeah, so I got in and I pissed the guys off, but oh well, I had a point to make.
Johnny, they need your autograph.
Yeah, you're gonna
Yeah.
that carpal tunnel.
John has a match tomorrow. Devon has a match tomorrow. This is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
This is amazing
Don't
conversation.
stop because of
They
me.
need their
Don't
beauty
stop
sleep.
because of me.
Yeah, Devon has
No,
really tough
I don't
match
have a
tomorrow.
match.
Nobody's
I don't
gonna
have a
sit
Oh,
through this.
God.
This-
I
is it an
guarantee
over an
you-
hour
We're
now?
gonna use this as an excuse when
What
he
a
He
leaves.
does, he
what a
will watch the
bully.
whole thing.
Not me.
No,
Not me.
these stories are awesome.
Yeah, I need a few little other sparks. There's a lot of memories
could
that I
go,
just
yeah,
I don't
we could probably
remember
do it all-
until somebody
all night.
sparks it. Go, oh yeah, no,
Yeah, if that's the case. Yep.
Kumite.
He remembers more,
yeah, no,
more
yeah.
bold stories than I think I ever could. Yeah,
God
great
rest
book.
his soul. Remember Earl Moffman wanted to beat
Oh,
me up?
Earl, yeah,
What?
Who?
Earl Moffmer.
I was
Moffmer.
Moffman.
He had a good shoulder roll, good hook.
Yeah, I tell you what, there's somebody that could turn a match into a long match. I pulled him 2 different times in Houston at the Nationals. The one, Gary Monk, he lived in Lusby.
Yeah.
Steve Lusby was training him, and Steve was sitting with Gary, and I was up pulling him because I was pulling lightweight. I was like 153 pounds. The weight was 150, so I just pulled the lightweight, and so I was that was first year Bert won it. Bert won. Jim Fitzsimmons took second. And then the second year, Dave won it, and Alan Fisher took second. Then I got fourth both years because I was just a rookie anyway. But I was pulling weight out of my weight class even to begin with. But I beat Greg Bednar both times, and he just won in Brazil the Worlds the year before, and I smoked him.
Muscles
So
in
everybody's
his
like,
face.
"What the heck's going on?"
He's gone now.
Yeah, I know. He's another one that's gone.
Right, and
But Earl, I tell you,
He
Gary-
won the truckers
Gary-
lightweight at Over the Tops. Greg Bettenhouse.
Greg did. Oh, really?
Yeah, and Guy Lasorsa won
the middle.
the class under Johnny or something. Like,
I think so. Guy took second to him at over top.
okay, Guy took second to him at Over the Top, and Bettenhouse won the 10 grand for like
Oh, wow.
a truckers division or something Over the Top, but it wasn't a
For the
pure
truck. The truck.
I'll be darned.
Oh, you're talking about these flyweights. I just recently saw Paul Cicchini. Where did we see him?
Oh, you saw him?
Paul Cicchini, the
Cicchini.
porn star.
Yeah, where'd he go? What
I don't know.
He
He's
just
porn.
disappeared.
Porn.
No, he no.
You're gonna spread
He
rumors.
didn't have the
Are you
big
serious?
flowing black hair that
He
he
would
had
not
when he was
yeah.
a kid, so it was hard for me
Not
to
wrong.
recognize him. You know,
Really?
he was
Wow.
kind
I
of crew
believe
cut, gray.
But
Make
Earl
good money.
I don't know about that, but
said, "Oh,
If it hangs.
He wasn't no
smoke this
game
guy."
McCarty,
Gary
but
sits
he
next
had
to him,
game.
and he's like, "No, he won't." And he goes, "Oh, I'm training him. He's gonna smoke him." And Gary goes, "I got $100. Says he won't." Well, I took Earl's wrist, and he's in here like this, but he'll stay. He can stay out here and
Right.
hold you,
Yeah.
and hold you and hold you. But I ended up wearing him out and pinning him. But I tell you what, both times it was
No,
he'd get in that position, and I couldn't jam him because he's in
Paul
that
Cicchini
weird
was an
angle,
energy ball.
and
I
it
remember.
was tough.
Dave hated arm wrestling, Paul.
Earl,
Earl
yeah.
was just so
You remember
quick.
a guy named Rick Levine?
I do remember. I don't remember what he looks like, but I know the name. Yeah.
He never did get a chance to beat me. He was a school teacher.
I know. Dark hair guy,
Johnny,
mustache, right?
I think they're begging for you. I
I
do.
Well, let's do it again tomorrow.
Yeah, we can pick on one of
After
them
the
off.
sign your autograph.
Okay.
Tomorrow after the tournament, and we'll have beers here.
Let's do it.
There you go.
Perfect.
Only, I need water, because I'm not gonna be there.
Go, go.